Board games provide so many different educational opportunities, especially in our homeschool. I mean, game schooling has become a humongous thing over the years. But one common struggle for many people is how do you find fun educational games that your children can play who maybe struggle with reading or who are dyslexic? What are some different things that are friendly to them that they can play on their own without a lot of extra help and still have lots of fun learning opportunities? Well, today I want to share with you 6 different games that your kids can play that they'll love and that they'll learn from. Things like math, strategy, logic, and more. So let's get started. First up is a classic, Dominoes. Now there are lots of different variations of dominoes. Our personal favorite variation is Mexican train dominoes. This is a great one for families and large groups. It's easy to play with all ages, and you get to work on skills like counting, matching, pattern recognition, strategy, and more. You can easily help your little ones as needed, but you're basically going to work on building individual trains for every single player by matching the different numbers together. But you also have a community train that you're building off as well. The second one is one you may have never heard of before, and that is Blurble. This is one we got years ago, and you can see from my box there is lots of wear and tear, but it is a set of cards that you can use to play again in small groups or larger groups where you're going to work on word association. Now this is a great skill to work on with kids who do struggle with reading or dyslexia, as it will help them to be able to practice some of those skills without having to do any actual reading within the game. Gameplay is simple. You are going to be in a group, as many people as you want, and you are going to battle one another one-on-one. So you're going to flip over a card quickly, for instance, a cannon, and whoever can yell out a word that starts with the same sound as this word is going to win that round. The winner of the round will go around to the next player and battle them. If they win, then they'll go to the next player, and so on and so forth. And you're trying to get as many ones as possible. This is a really fun one, as there are lots of different pictures in here that could be maybe a little bit subjective. So you could go with P for parrot, or you could go with B for bird. This one is a really fun equalizer, I feel like, because oftentimes my kids personally who struggle with reading or dyslexia can be a little self-conscious when they can't quickly come up with, sounds, or they mix up sounds. But guess what? With this game, because it goes so fast, this is something that everyone ends up messing up. And at some point, someone is going to say a totally different word than target. And it's okay. And it just is kind of a fun, giddy, laughing game. You can go as fast or as slow as you need. And they even have instructions within this game for alternative ways to play. And so there are actually a lot of variations here within this one game. Another favorite recently in our home is Cribbage. My husband grew up playing Cribbage, and he has now gotten our kids addicted to it as well. One of the fun things about Cribbage always is the fact that it's a nice compact game. Usually you can get Cribbage boards like this on Amazon, and it has the cards and the pegs, and then of course the board to play. With this game, your player is going to work on trying to get to the end of the maze, get their peg to the end the quickest. But they're going to do that through matching different cards and with different combinations, usually ending up matching in matches of 15. This has helped my kids be really good at mental math. It's worked on strategy, and it's perfect to take on the go. I would love to know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite games to take on the go? Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza has been one that we started playing, a couple years ago when it first came out, and it is literally my teens' favorite game. They take it everywhere, to parties, family events, all sorts of things. This is a great one. It is quick, it is fast-paced, it does not require reading, even though there are words on the card. It simply labels Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, and it is all illustrated so your child can easily identify which is which. The idea here is in a fast-paced way. They are going to be yelling out the matches to the cards that they are flipping over and keeping up with pattern recognition, speed, hand-eye concentration, and more. Before we go any further, I wanted to let you know this is a collaboration with a few of my close friends. We are all sharing our favorite board games that can work well in your homeschool, so be sure to check out the playlist down below. Azul is another great game. It always says that it is designed for 8 and up. I think it just depends on your children. A lot of mine started a lot younger than that, but essentially Essentially, it's like a Sudoku type puzzle, but only using patterns instead of numbers. So your child is going to try and make sure there's one of each kind of pattern of tile within each row without any duplicates. And so there's just that basic level of understanding that my kids were able to understand at a much younger age and have a lot of fun playing, and it's not something that will bore mom and dad. But also, as they got older, they understood more of the logic and the reasoning of depending on how you lay your tiles depends on how many points you get. So for instance, for every tile that you lay that is touching another tile, you're going to get more points than if it is just all by itself. So you start to become a little more strategic in how you are laying these tiles and how you play it. There are also lots of different expansion packs to this particular game if you want to mix it up either with different patterns or with totally different ways to play. Number 6 is a game we actually got for Christmas last year, and that is Photosynthesis. Now this game is beautiful. That is the first thing you're going to recognize about it, is its beauty. When you lay out all the pieces and see the board, it's just breathtaking, honestly. But it is also educational. It goes through the life cycle of a tree. So you're going to see seeds, saplings, little trees growing all the way into great big full-grown trees. And this game goes through not only a great introduction of the life cycle, but it also helps you to work on strategy, as you have to think about conserving resources and utilizing and planting your trees in the right place. You're oftentimes having to think 2 or 3 steps ahead, and that has been really, really fun for both my kids, but also just us as adults. It does have a lot of little pieces, so make sure to keep it away from younger kids. It is definitely more geared towards teens. But if you are looking for more games for your kids that are educational, that can work from tots all the way up to teens, be sure to check out this video that I've done here. Or if you're looking for board games that are $20 or less, check out this video here.